Hope everybody have a good day. I know the weather was a lot nicer today than it has been here. I think it was 70, like 72 today. So, hey Ben, how you doing? You have a pretty good day today? Hey LTO, how you doing? That's not good. Yeah, the ambulance going down my road. Dirt road, and there ain't a whole lot of people that live on my dirt road. That's not good. Yeah. Yeah, TikTok does that a lot. I've had that done 4 or 5 times now so far. They take a video or picture down and then restrict you for 3 or 4 days. Prices are going to do nothing but go up on everything. Everything gets more expensive, so everything costs more. Metal prices went out the roof, so trap prices are going to have to go up. That's just, I mean, the only way around it. Shipping prices are going up, so that adds to it too. That sucks, Jeep fam. It's never good. But yeah, I would suspect about everything to go up in price, not just traps. Everything's going up. Every time I order something, it keeps going. It just the prices are more every time I order something. LTO, that's up to you. If you have the money for it, go for it. If you are able to go to any kind of convention, you can normally get some pretty good prices there, and you won't have to pay shipping. Yeah, at least you have something. No, it's not gonna help at all. None of it helps. And I mean, literally, like the last 3 or 4 months, every time I order something, the prices went up. Whether it's ink for my printer, paper to use in my printer, jars to put my baits and lures in, like everything is more expensive every time I order it. It's just ridiculous. That's why I started changing jars because the price on the glass jars just became outrageous. And a lot of the sales, the first sales are starting to post their prices. And with the price of castor and glands and stuff like that going up, that's definitely not going to be good. Hey Joshua, how you doing? So I was looking at a lot of the sales, and from all the ones I've seen, castor's averaging over $100 a pound right now. Missouri, that was just under $114 a pound. It's crazy. Last year it was 80 to 85, so yeah, Jeep fan, TikTok's real particular. I was just watching somebody else's live, and they said that you have to be real careful about like brands that you show. So he said like any kind of alcohol or cigarette or tobacco, anything like that. If you show like the brand label, he said a lot of times that they'll cut your live and suspend you for a couple days. Out grooming, figured you'd join. Well, I appreciate you joining in. I hope you're having fun out grooming. So everybody have a pretty good day today then? That's awesome, LTO. I tried to boil some skulls today and I was going to get them cleaned up, but my power washer decided it wanted to quit working, so that didn't happen. Oh boy. Dogs are barking. Flashing tomorrow. Oh my god. Bailey! Good lord. Give me a second. Ow. Sorry about that. Dogs are stupid. Flashing tomorrow. That'll be fun. See, the weather here keeps getting warmer and warmer. I'm not sure if I'd want to be doing any kind of fur work. I think it's supposed to be like almost 75 tomorrow. So, Jeep fam, did you go fishing any today? Spent the day designing merch. Yeah, I understand that. The people that was making all my merch, they one of the lady I was working with quit, and the other lady she's hard to get hold of, and seems like she really doesn't want to do any work with me. So I guess I'm gonna have to find somebody else, and it sucks because they had all my designs worked up, and if I wanted something, all I had to do was call and say, hey, I need 20 stickers or 5 shirts, and they could just do it. So now I'm gonna have to find somewhere else that can do that for me. Alright, dear Slayer. Appreciate you hopping on. I don't know if you can see my knuckle. Big goose egg. From that 650 today. It closed down right on my knuckle. Using Teespring, yeah. I've kind of made up my mind that I'm thinking about just doing my own shirts and stuff. Just buying the stuff to do it myself. Get the stuff and have my wife do it or something. No more than I sell, it won't be too hard to keep up. No, it ain't too bad. I did that video today for TikTok, putting my hand in the traps, and everybody was talking about my hand shaking in the video. It's like, yeah, my hand was shaking because that 650, when I went straight down in it, well, I guess I should have went like that. Because, I mean, it closed right on my knuckle. I mean, it doesn't really hurt, but it's swollen. But, like, the nerve that's right there, it had my hand shaking like that. You know, I mean, I don't know if you guys can really see it. It's went down a lot. You know, that hand compared to that hand. Yeah. Um, Pretty sure I do. I'm pretty sure I have the JC Connor ones. I'm pretty sure I do. I guess there's a little chance that I don't. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure I do. Sometimes it's hard to keep track of everything that I have on the website. There's some things that I take off and add, and sometimes I get a little mixed up on things. So LTO, do you trap beaver mostly? Is that what you go for? Or what you are going for? Or are you trapping everything? I'm doing my first nuisance job tomorrow. Uh, so we're gonna see how that goes, and then I'm still trying to get a hold of the people that own the property where I seen all the beaver sign, all the beaver chewings and stuff. Yeah, GFam, that's not fun at all. It always really sucks when you know you're doing 3 or 4 hours worth of work on a computer and something glitches and half of it's gone or all of it's gone. It's like, really? It's like that was literally half my day pretty much gone now. Any sales coming up soon? Uh, Maybe right now not too much. If you're wanting any Duke traps, I can make some deals on those. Like if you message me on Facebook or email me or something, I can do some deals on Duke traps. But right now that's about all I got. Hey Ottercat, how you doing? Yeah, I've been there before. It's definitely not fun. The last couple days I've been working on getting all my tax stuff ready. That's a lot. I got a stack of papers about that tall I gotta go through. And that's not including all the receipts and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes that stuff can be stressful. And a lot of it isn't really, how hard it is or anything like that. It's how long it takes. Like, there's been a lot of times, I'll be trying to design like a flyer for something, and I'll almost have it done. I've spent an hour and a half on this one flyer, almost have it done, and then accidentally hit the wrong button and it just deletes it all, and then I gotta start all over, and it's like, really? Yeah, I'm so busy. I end up just throwing all my papers in one spot. I got a filing cabinet with a bunch of papers. I got a stack in the computer room full. I got a couple drawers full of receipts and stuff, and then got receipts and stuff out in my wife's car. So I've about got everything ready. Almost. I spent like 3 hours getting papers and stuff printed and put together yesterday. Organize it as you get them, yeah. My problem is I'll get so busy, especially with like invoices. I'll get so busy with things, I'll end up having to go print a whole bunch of them off at one time. Just crazy. Hey, Rob's Outdoors, how you doing tonight? You had a pretty good day today? So I was kind of disappointed that my power washer quit working. It worked fine, and then when I went to use it, it didn't want to work. So, yeah. Yeah, Jeep fan. I usually have, well, except for like just receipts from hotels and stuff like that. Most of my stuff is in my email, and I print it all off, so I have a paper copy, and then also have the email copy. You're back. Thanks, dear Slayer. Yeah, I clicked on it, and I was gonna watch the State of the Union, but then I was like, you know what? You have to sit here and listen to Biden talk. We'll try to talk anyways. And then I was on there for like 5 minutes, waiting for him to come on stage, and it's like, I'm just gonna go do a YouTube live. There'll be a 4 or 5 minute video later on Facebook, probably in about 2 hours, that has all the important stuff on it. So once they cut out all the yeah, ooh, because I'm sure half his speech will just be He can make a 45-minute speech turn into about 2.5 hours. Just pretty much. Seems here that a lot of the speeches I've watched here lately are a little better than the ones that I've, you know, back when he was first running. They seem a little better than those ones, but that's still not good. He's going to be in your town tomorrow. Joshua, you gonna go see him, get a picture? See if he'll smell your neck? Mmm. Kick him out, yeah. Just throw some spike strips out. Joshua. You can go ask him for some free stuff. He's all about the free stuff. Tyler's out on. Or pet your leg area. That video was really weird. Talking about the kids petting his leg hair in the pool. Definitely not something right with that old man. And I mean old man. He's been in office 3 times longer than I've been alive. Hmm. No, it didn't really leave a bruise. It hit my knuckle. My middle knuckle, it hit my knuckle just square right in the middle as hard as it could. So it's a little swollen, a little goose egg, but ain't nothing big. It might be a little discolored tomorrow, but so I don't know if on the video you can really see compared to that hand. This hand. See the little goose egg right there? Should ask if they are going to give out if they do yeah. Yeah. Like that creepy uncle you don't go fishing with, yeah. Yeah. I have a feeling he would more or less be like wanting to go pet unicorns at Chuck E. Cheese or something like that. That's probably more or less his route of what he wants to do. The Duke 1 3/4. I've had my hands in lots of traps. I did that video today was a Bridger number 2 modified dogless and then a Duke 650 4 coil. Yeah, it is 4 coiled 650. Somebody's like, I didn't see the Duke 850, and it's like, I don't even have a Duke 850. Trapper J did that one. If I get me one, I'll do it. I don't mind. It's not like it's gonna really hurt you. You're more likely to catch yourself with a trap if you're scared of it than you are if you're not scared of it. And some of them littler ones will hurt you worse than the bigger ones because they can get, where they're like just barely pinch your skin or the webbing of your thumb or something like that. Some of them hurt worse than anything. Especially when you get in like those the little jaws and stuff where they got the sharp edges. And I had a bunch of people telling me that I was doing that video, my hand was shaking. I said, yeah, at the end my hand was shaking because that 650 just nailed my knuckle right there, and I don't know if there's a nerve there or what, but my hand just was going like this. Of course, my hands shake, period, they're not real steady anyway. Yeah. Usually when I'm setting one, if I get my hand in it, I just use my other hand to push one lever and then use my knee to press the other one. This one, I had the traps on the table, so I put one lever under the table and then pulled the other lever with my hand, just pulled my hand right out. It's a little harder to do when you're trying to film and mess with the traps at the same time. So I told somebody, I said, yeah, I was going to have my wife hold the phone, but she would have just told me I was stupid and she wouldn't have helped me. But I was out. Oh, what was I doing? I was getting the turkey fryer. And I just looked over and my bucket of Duke 650s was sitting there. And on TikTok, they keep saying to do the night latch videos because people, something about the sound, I don't know, but the videos always get a ton of views. So on my video, I just set the trap and I was like, you know, what is it they like to hear? The night latch. And then I set the night latch. I said, was it that or was it this? So I'll just stick my hand in it. I just turned 28. I need to get a haircut. What I really need to do. My mom owns a beauty salon, so you think I'd be able to get my hair cut, but not really. My wife usually ends up cutting it. I'm probably going to have her cut it tomorrow. We'll see. But how's everyone doing today? Oh yeah? Sweet. Did you get any of them, Marta Cat? Dogs. You got 4 dozen? Awesome. Hey Brian, how you doing tonight? Doing good. I was going to boil some skulls today, but my power washer decided it didn't work no more. So that didn't happen. He said Montana traps. Montana is the brand. I'm definitely going to get me some more traps before next year, but awesome. Not bad. Hey, there's not very many people that carry the Montana traps anymore. Yeah, I hope they do. They're supposed to vote on it, I think, March 25th. Not on his website yet, Cole. Hey, Scab, you're good, man. I know I was gonna watch it, and I just sat there and watched for like 5 minutes, and he hadn't come out on stage yet. I was like, you know what? When he does get on stage, it's gonna be Joe Biden talking. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not watching that. I'll watch, the 3, 4 minute video that's on Facebook later of all the important stuff, if there's really any. I know I read something that said he's gonna be talking about like what kind of rules and laws they're working on to help with gun control. And it's like, oh, we'll see. See how that works out for you. You'll. Scab, did you do that 850 video? I got some people wanting to watch it. Nope. Come on, it'll make you feel young again. Yeah, I hope so too. Be awesome if they did. I know I would have been happy to at least go to like the second week of February this year. To make you feel sorry. See my hand? That 650 shut down right on my knuckle. Because I went straight down like that. I guess I should have went like that. So it would have hit up here. Instead, it just went across my knuckle. So now I got like this goose egg. It's about one away now. It ain't too bad. Not really hurt. Like I said in the video, I'd rather have this every day than a paper cut. There's just a little bit of red mark on my knuckle. Not bad. 850 would be up to my wrist. Stick your foot in it then. Should I not done it? Yeah. It ain't a big deal at all. I mean, really, it's not that bad. It didn't really hurt. It's just, on TikTok, everybody keeps talking about doing the night latch videos because for whatever reason, um, they get a lot of views. The sound of the night latch. So, I went to get my turkey fryer and I just looked over and my bucket of 650s was sitting there. I was like, I'm gonna do like a night latch video. So I grabbed it and I grabbed a Bridger number 2 and I went to set the night latch and I was like, I'm gonna do both videos in one. So I said, what is it that everybody likes to hear? The night latch. And I set the night latch. I said, or is it this? And I stuck my hand in it. That Bridger I had to hit twice. Hitting straight down on the pan like that hurt worse than the trap did. Jamming my fingers into that pan. There's dogs all over this place barking. My dogs are outside barking. I can hear my neighbor's dog barking. No, I like the heavy pan. Alright, you guys give me a little bit. I'm gonna try to go see what these stupid dogs are barking at. Because they've been barking for like 10 minutes without stopping. I'll be right back. Stupid dogs. Your neighbor's dog's barking. Scab forgot to like. How dare he? Yeah, did anybody catch anything or anybody got any sets out? I caught myself twice. Does that count? Yeah, I found a place on the road. There's a bunch of beaver sign, bunch of beaver chewings and stuff on the creek, and I'm trying to figure out who owns the land around it to see if they'll let me go trap some beaver. What does it mean you like before you started chatting? Unfortunately, nothing. You caught a weasel? That's awesome, Brian. You're good, Joshua. Caught some little green men trying to be sneaky in the woods. Said Castor Mountains in February, it would turn cold again. Please be set up. Yeah. So right now here it was like 71 today or 72. It's supposed to be like 75 tomorrow. And then it's supposed to rain this weekend. Yeah, I'd take a weasel over a prairie dog any day. Scab. You live in a weird place, I'll tell you that. Seems like you don't ever have a dull moment. It's awesome trapping Louisiana. I'm glad that it's doing good for you. I wish I was still out catching coyotes. You shut up. Does anybody want a couple dogs? I'll buy some of those rooster boxes and ship them to you. Does anybody in here use the OnX Hunt app? I think that's what it's called, OnX Hunt app. So I got one trying to find a good home for. I got a little mutt right here that you guys can have. It's a um like a rat terrier mixed with a chihuahua or something. I don't know. He's an annoying little thing. You use it sometimes, at least the free version. So, okay, I got a question for you guys. I've tried using it, and every time I try to do something, it tells me I can't, that I need to sign up for a membership or whatever. It's like $10 a month. And everybody keeps telling me they just use the free version. Well, mine doesn't even give me the option for a free version. Every time I try to do something, it just like blocks me from doing it and says you need to have a membership. Mm, I don't know. I've tried using it a few times, and when I first downloaded it, I could use a lot because you had like the 7 day free trial or whatever it is. But since then, every time I try to do something, it just blocks me. Yeah. I said I hear lots of people say they use the free trial all the time, but I can't do anything. After my free trial, I literally can't do anything. Mm. See, I've tried doing lots of stuff on there, and it won't let me do squat. See, because when I first downloaded, that's all I wanted to do was place markers, so I could keep. I wanted to keep track of all my traps and my sets because I was on another piece of property that I hadn't been on much. And I was gonna try to keep the location tabs to where I could go, but yeah, it like wouldn't let me do anything. Hey, Iowa, how you doing? Yeah, I'm past 7 days. I first downloaded it in like December. A mouse colored shroom. No idea. Iowa Trapper, what's up? You getting ready for setting out your beaver sets? I know we're supposed to be getting rain towards the end of the week and the weekend. But for a hand GPS, yeah. I don't know. I thought my plan was to use it just to mark traps, like where they were, because there's some kind of trapping app that's made just for trapping, but it's only available for iPhones, and you have to pay. I think it was like $4 a month, but it's only for iPhones. Got two of them scanned. Hmm. Did some scouting. Got about 50 creeks mapped out. That's awesome. So Iowa, where you're at, can you pretty much just set wherever you want? You see here, like I can do what I want in the creek, but I have to have permission from the landowner that has the land that butts up to the creek. Yeah. Yeah, I looked it up once and it was like $3.99 a month and you had to have an iPhone. So I don't have an iPhone, so I ain't getting an iPhone. Iowa, how many sets do you plan on running? Road ditches? Oh, so you're just like going straight off the highway is what you're saying. See, the place I seen is, it's probably 60, 70 yards from the highway. Alright, Brian, you're good. You have a good night, man. Appreciate you hopping on. All of them. So, Iowa, would you say more than 100 or less than 100 sets? I know you were talking about running a really, really, really long line. Hopefully 85-ish. That's a lot. That's gonna take you a couple days just to get them all set out. Especially if you're traveling as far as you were talking about before. Hey, Mark J, how you doing tonight? He's going to be going a long ways. At least that's what he was talking about before. 6 days a week, 10-hour days, extra driving, yeah. Yeah, but at least you're, making money. Which is more than I can say for myself. I'm in the business to make a lot of other people money. $80 loop's still pretty big. Get him, Scab. Get him. Man. Scab, you're getting a little slow. Ben, did you get were the holes from scraping or from skinning? And did you brush the fur before you scraped it? Goodness, Scab. 40 Definitely put the miles on the old vehicle. Flashing your brush before you skin them. Yeah. Yeah. See, I've never fleshed a hide because I've never tried it. I don't have the time to do it. I barely have time to get them all skinned. But um, you can't ever start something expecting to be really good at it. Everything you do, you got to practice at. Every time you do it, you'll be a little better than you was last time. Yes, Cam. But on that beaver line that you're running that's that big, are you usually getting at least a catch every day? You don't have flushing equipment yet? Yeah. That's me. I've thought about doing it, but I don't have the time. Like, literally. Yeah, Mark J, definitely. Prices are low, but from a lot of the sales I've seen, the prices are going up a little bit. A little bit. Not a lot. Not a lot, but a little bit. Now, if you're getting into castor and skunk essence, that stuff's like gold right now. was producing otters that season in one day. I see, Scab. Well, good luck with finding a new spot. So that place the conservation agents told you about, that you said they were getting ready to burn. Did they already burn that? No, they burned near that. Oh, I see. And you caught that one big beaver. Did you catch any more from that spot? Mm-hmm. Yeah, getting sidetracked is pretty easy, man. I actually do it quite often. I usually got so many things going on, I'll end up on something else before I get this one done. And then I'll be on something else and something else. And next thing I know, I got like 4 things that are halfway done. I see. Had people that have messaged me so far, or videos I've seen, there's been, what, I think 3 or 4 beaver taken this week off of my Blakely's beaver lure. So it's pretty good, I guess. It's a lot of the people I don't ever hear back from. So okay, yeah. All right, Tyler's Outdoors. I appreciate you getting on here, man. You have a good night. Yeah, I'd love to put up fur. I don't have the time, man. I don't have the time, and I don't have the freezer space to save all my fur. I my fur buyer. I send. Let's see. I think I've sent him. I think I've sent him furs like 5 times this year. Cause I can save, about a dozen of them, and then I gotta send them off because I ain't got room to hold a bunch of them. I might try doing a couple next year. I caught 2 grays, and I'm getting them both tanned. Scab, do you have you done good on the locklears? I'm getting both the fox tanned, but I think my brother's gonna buy one from me, and I'm getting two coyotes tanned. I'm getting my bobcat tanned, and then one of my friends gave me a 60-pound beaver, and I skinned it, and I'm going to tan it. Awesome, deer slayer. It works good early season. Awesome. So I don't really hear a whole lot of people talking about Locklear stuff. I've heard a few people say it's really good, and I've heard a few people say that it's not good at all. And not really, that lure or whatever, but just his stuff in general. But then again, pretty much all baits and lures are going to catch. There's just some that catch more than others. If that makes sense. Well, pretty much anything's going to catch something. Yeah. Like I said, most baits and lures will catch, and there's a lot of good uh, names out there. I don't want to say brands, but lots of good names out there that make good quality stuff. There's a few not so good, but and then it's a lot of it also has to do with your area. Because what works good in Texas probably ain't gonna work very well in North Carolina, and what works in Idaho probably ain't gonna work very well in Kentucky. Yeah, because there's some people that swear up and down by skunky lures for cats and coyotes, and then there's some people that think that their skunky lures run their animals from their sets. So it's really just I wouldn't say a toss up, but not everything works everywhere. And you might have something that you don't ever catch a thing on that you think is the worst bait or lure that was ever made, but most everywhere else is that it's doing really well on. Hmm. So, I'm friends with lots of people that are bait and lure makers that make really good stuff, and so Billingsley makes some really good stuff. He has some really good beaver lures too. Yeah, definitely, Mark. That's what when people always ask me what's the base bait and lure. I always tell them, I said your bait is your location, and your lure is proper trap bedding. That's your bait and your lure. Because there's so many people out there that think, they can ask, hey, what's the best bait and lure? And somebody say, oh, I use this bait and this lure, and I do phenomenal. I kill with it. And then they'll buy those two thinking that all of a sudden they're going to start catching all kinds of stuff, and then it just doesn't happen. All right, dear Slayer. Appreciate you hopping on here tonight. You have a good night. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of overthinking and trapping. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard some from quite a few people that otter can be can be a problem for a lot of different things. Like, I'm probably going to be starting a group on Facebook. I've been thinking about this for a couple of weeks and really been thinking about it today. I think I'm going to start it today, but it's going to be a group and it's just going to be for my baits and lures for people to post catches and stuff that they've gotten for my baits and lures. And what I'm going to do is I'll go through there and pick some of my, some of the best pictures, some of my favorites, and we're going to run them on a TV at the convention. So, like, if you have a picture of an animal that you caught with whatever lure, I'll take that picture and we'll run it at the convention, and it'll have like your name, the bait or lure that was used, and if you have like a TikTok or a YouTube channel or whatever, the name of your channel will be on the picture as well. Talked to an old timer at the beginning of the season, and he said there used to be rats galore. Yeah, otters can be hard on everything. Otters can be hard on fish, beaver, just everything. Um, and otters are like kind of like beaver. They work really fast. Not on the same thing, but they work really fast. A lot of people, otters look like these cute little innocent things, and they're not. They're very, very destructive to a lot of different uh, animals and species. I've heard people say that they've had a pond full of fish, and they'll have like two otters show up, and then in a week they don't have any fish. Those otters will have eaten all of them. Did Iowa Trapper just? I don't know. He might have. Iowa, are you still in here? He took 7 otter out of that area this year, and I'm still seeing. That's crazy. Say if you're still seeing them every day when you're out checking traps, that means there's a ton. I've probably asked you this before, but do you have a limit there, or can you catch as many as you want on otter? No limit. And are otter worth very much from your area? Ben, is your profile picture a picture of a possum? I can kind of see it, but then again, I can't because it's an itty bitty picture. It's been a long, short day. Anybody else ever have those? A long, short day? I gotta get my storefront done here. I have I'm gonna get the storefront done, then I'm gonna have like I don't know what you want to call it. I'm not gonna call it like a grand opening, but I want to have every year, maybe even twice a year, where I'm gonna have like an event just for trappers. We'll have food and maybe a couple demos and stuff like that. I'll see if I can't get some, bigger name people to come out and do demos. Probably get Trapper J to come do one. Up around 30 average this year. Waiting to see the results. Awesome, that'd be great. $30 is pretty good. Well, compared to a lot of other stuff, anyways. A lot of people eat beaver. A lot of people will like throw the back straps or even the hams from like the back legs into a crock pot. Or a lot of people smoke them. Blakely's Renaissance, yeah. Something. I've thought about doing it. I know I could get some people out here. I'll probably maybe have a couple different vendors out here besides just me. Or I'll probably have stuff from vendors, and I might see if I can like get them people out here themselves. So who knows? I'm friends with a couple people, so I might see if we can get them out. I can probably get Cletus to come out. Probably. She ain't too far. Beaver barbecue. Make some beaver jerky. Make some beaver jerky and send it my way. That's awesome, Scam. Here goes the stupid dogs again. Dumb dogs. You sure nobody wants them? I'll give them to you. I'll get one of those rooster boxes and put them in that box and ship them to you. Yeah, I know a few people that's eating muskrat. Trapper Jay has a video on it. He makes like a kind of like a pot roast out of it. Scab. That's crazy. Bailey, that's enough. Stupid dog. Keep thinking that you're hearing coyotes. Yeah, no, it's my dumb dogs. I don't know what the problem is tonight. Hey, Adventures with James, how you doing tonight? I'm about to go throw him back outside. Does anybody want a pug? Yeah. Yeah. One of them's a pug, and one of them is a rat terrier chihuahua mix. They're okay dogs, but goodness. Making some 110 tree clips. Awesome. Seen you've been catching quite a few muskrats. Couple beaver. Is that beaver still hanging in your bathtub? Yeah, it was. It's on the board now. Did you eat it? Ben's wanting to know if anybody's eating beaver and muskrat. Do you eat any of them? Throw some of that right there on your beaver. It's pretty good stuff. Have any guinea worms in the water? Make 110 brackets out of 5/8 plywood clips. Yeah, makes sense. What do you mount the clips to? Rebar or a wood stake or something? You hit the beaver and risk us your friend for his bear bait. Nail it to a branch or log. How old is old? Older than me, I don't think anybody considers me old. Except for maybe like a 4-year-old. I still got gray hair though. Pigeon? No, I can't say that I have. '68 and retired. As soon as you wring a foot, they pop out and those worms. That's crazy. Like, you've had these on multiple different animals? Waiting for my wife and daughter to get home. I think that's why the dogs keep yipping. Because they're wanting my daughter to be back so they can play with her. That's fine, he's older than you. For the most part, I'm usually the youngest one in the chat. Coons, beaver, and otter. That's crazy. 36. Hey, Mr. Somebody, how you doing? Yeah, I can't say that I have either. You're good. You're good. You'll be 40 in June. Yeah, I don't. My wife's gone and I don't really have nothing to do, so I did a TikTok live earlier and then I was gonna watch the State of the Union address or whatever, but I decided that I would rather beat my head on a refrigerator door than watch that, so I'm doing a YouTube live. Sweet. Yeah, that's pretty cheap. 50 for $6. Still having issues going live on YouTube. That's crazy. When you click on it, what does it say? When you click on go live. It's crazy auto count. I know I've heard people say that they see worms and raccoons quite often, but I haven't seen any in all the ones that I've got. I'm good. I'm good, Joshua. I'll pass on that one. I wouldn't go see him if he was sitting in my living room. Hmm. That's crazy, Scab. I'm not sure what that's all about. Yeah, that'd be awesome, Adventure James. Get you a bunch of them beaver. Joshua, is he actually like stopping in your town or is he just driving through? I remember when Obama came here, everybody was making a big deal about it, and I was like, okay, what's so cool about that? So it makes him trying to stay but get lazy. Yeah, I know how that is. I was gonna plan on getting a few things done today, but after trying to boil the skulls and then my power washer not wanting to work, that kind of made me not want to do anything. Kind of upset me a little bit. Well, that and I had a coyote, a fox, and a bobcat skull that I was gonna do, and my coyote and fox skull are gone. I don't know if one of the animals took it or what happened. Yeah, you get that adventure, James. Me talking at the University of Wisconsin Spring. Ooh, awesome. How do I boil my skulls? I just boil them in water with some Dawn dish soap. And once the water gets to boiling, I'll turn it down because you don't want it on a high boil. Just as like medium boil, if that. and about every 20 minutes or so, pull it out, power wash it a little bit to get everything off of it, all the skin and whatnot, and keep doing that until you get everything. And once you get all that done, boil it in peroxide. And the peroxide will bleach the skull, so it'll make it look really, it'll turn it really, really white. But I started with a deer head today, and I boiled it, and I went to get out to spray it, and the uh, my power washer didn't want to work. Yeah, if you take it out, yeah. So I pulled my head out. I was gonna power wash it, and power washer didn't work. And normally, without a power washer, you can't really get everything out, and it'll end up having a smell for quite a while. So I didn't get that done today. Sweet. What are you fishing for, out of cat? Anything? Scam. Yeah. See, the reason why we use the Dawn dish soap is it like helps get a lot of the oil out of the bone. So you don't have to worry about it turning yellow later on. See, the power washer just makes it to where instead of taking an hour or so, you can do it in about half hour or so. But the power washer thing kind of just, it really like upset me today. Yeah. Alright. I ain't real worried about it. I just, Dawn dish soap's usually what we have. So I'll just throw some of that in there. And Arm& Hammer, their stuff is really, most of their stuff's just like everything else. It just has baking soda in it. Alright, Ben. You have a good night, man. Thanks for hopping on. Yeah. Have to try it out next time. Yeah. Yeah. I might have to try it out one of these times. See, first I got kind of upset because I had my bobcat, fox, and coyote skull all sitting together, and I went to grab them, and my coyote and fox skull was gone. They're voting on it. I think March 25th is going to be the official voting or whatever. I don't know if they're going to extend it or not. So we'll see. I hope they do, but we'll see. Be nice if they did. Talking about on private land, we might be able to trap into like April. Hammer has baking soda in it. Yeah. Yeah, because here, like, right as soon as the season really gets going, like, when it really is good, season's over. I have no idea. Some of that stuff, though, is just too expensive. Like, OxyClean, a small tub of that's like $14. That's a little too much money to do skulls when there's 100 other things that work. I don't know. I'll finish them one of these days. Just today, kind of made me upset. $14 for $7. Yeah. I don't even think we have a Costco anywhere around us. We have Sam's Clubs everywhere, but I don't have a Sam's Club membership. We'd had it once and we never really went, so I just got rid of it. It's $100 a year, so we didn't ever really go, so it didn't really pay for itself for us. Because to me, at Sam's Club, most of the stuff was the same price as just Walmart. You could just buy bulk in boxes. That was really so instead of getting like 12 for $3, you got 36 for $9. There really wasn't a savings. You just got a bulk box. Got a Walmart a few years back. Yeah, where I live is the home of Walmart, so we have a ton of Walmarts. Groceries are crazy. Yes, they are. Say the home of Walmart too. So there's like 12 or 13 corporate buildings and a whole bunch of warehouse buildings, and not to mention all the Walmart stores. Yeah, I say lots of stuff works. Harbor Freight. Yeah. Sam's has a few items I really like. Yeah. We have a smaller grocery store here that we go get most of our groceries at. It's more of a local one. It's a King Cutter or something like that. That's where we go get 90% of our groceries from. And then we go get what we can't get there, we just go get from Walmart. Piggly Wiggly. Yeah. Yeah, groceries are a lot more than they used to be. About pretty much everything's at least 10% more than it was a couple months ago. And a lot of things are 70, 80% more than they were. It's crazy. Especially when you get the meats. We went to buy just frozen chicken breast from Walmart the other day. And that stuff was it $26 for a 10-pound bag of chicken? It's like, I'm not paying $2.60 a pound for chicken. Yeah. Yeah, where we go to get our groceries, it's about close to 30 miles one way. But we have a Walmart that's like 8 miles away. But Walmart's quite a bit more expensive on their groceries than where we go. Scab is not southern though. Scab's up in the northern parts. We don't have a Piggly Wiggly here. Uh-oh, get him, Scab. Alright, cat. Hey, Iowa, are you going to any other conventions other than the Iowa one? Well, other than NTA in Iowa? Yeah, Scab's from North Carolina. North Carolina's north to me. Otter Cat, I don't know, he could be. What about Henry there? That'd be funny. Be at the so yeah, you'll be at Iowa and NTA. What about the FTA? You have a big garden. Um, I used to. We had a garden once, but that was back when I was a chef, and I had to be at work at 5 in the morning, and I didn't get home a lot of times until between 5 and 6. So for the most part, it was dark when I got to work and dark when I left work, and I didn't have no time to take care of the garden at all. I worked Monday through Friday, and sometimes we worked on Saturdays. And then Sunday was church and family time. So I mean, I didn't really have any time to work on the garden. So the garden would get growed up, and I could never keep it maintained. So and then now I've thought about it, but we're going to be going to conventions so much that I won't be around, and they'll more than likely just get growed up again. So because we got a convention in June, one in July, and then basically every month after that. So 4 months before we have our first one. Yeah, it definitely takes time. And that's before, when we had the garden, I couldn't, it was hard for me to even be able to put water on it every night, let alone keep the grass out of it, keep everything picked and stuff like that. It just, yeah. The only thing we was really growing, well, the only thing we really got was lettuce. Our corn didn't want to grow. Uh, the corn didn't want to grow. Peppers didn't want to grow. We had a few turnips, but that was about it. I smelled the garden, and then I had to leave for a couple months. My wife drowned it. Hmm. Yeah. So I'd love to have a garden. If I actually had the time to stay home and take care of it, I would. But I'd hate to put all that work into planting a garden and then not being home to take care of it and it just going to waste. All right, Joshua, appreciate you hopping on and chatting with us tonight. You have a good night. So, what's everybody's plans for the rest of the week? Came out about the size of a marble, but they packed the wall. Yeah. See, I'd love to really grow some like jalapenos and banana peppers and stuff like that. Yeah, you're good, Scab. I know how it is sometimes. Or sometimes I'll be on a live and it's like the comments to me will be a mile away from the video. Deer Slayer's back. We're talking about gardens. Potatoes, tomatoes, garlic, onions, beans, and you can't beat that. Yeah, you can beat that. You need some peppers in there. Awesome adventure with James. Say, here lately we've been going through quite a few potatoes. We've been making a lot of French fries. Going through a lot of potatoes. My daughter loves French fries. Take over the world and find a new beaver spot. Yeah, well, you might be able to get one of those done. 20 different varieties last year, yeah. So when we had the garden, we had all kinds of stuff. Uh, had lettuce, corn, watermelon, onions, potatoes, turnips, cucumber, all kinds of stuff. But I mean, we couldn't get any of it to grow. But we didn't really have the time to take care of the garden, so fishing the rest of the week. Screw work. I like your thought on that one. A bummer crop of hot peppers. Yeah. $5, 50 pound bag. Yeah, not here. The cheapest I can find is a 5 pound bag for about $2. So a 50 pound box would cost us about $20. See, when I was a chef, I think we paid, how old were they? I'd say a 50 pound box was like 19, 20 bucks. Your wife hates potatoes. She don't like them anyway. Like she don't like hash browns or fries or mashed potatoes or chips or nothing. Homegrown tastes better. Yeah. A lot of times, man, I'll chop up about 3 or 4 pounds of taters and then chop up like 2 onions, mix it together with a bunch of garlic and salt and pepper and about 18 pounds of butter and wrap it in aluminum foil and throw it on the grill. Cook it for about an hour and a half, and whew, those are delicious. Hmm. Going without potatoes would not be fun. All right, Mark J. You have a good night, man. Thanks for hopping on. You would die without taters. All right, Iowa. So I got my first nuisance drop tomorrow, so we're gonna see how that goes. So yeah, yeah, we make a lot of fried potatoes for like breakfast. Sometimes I make hash browns, but a lot of times we'll just fry potatoes. Cut them in slices and fry them in a skillet. Tastes a lot better than cast iron, but I save the cast iron for camping. For the job, there's a lady that has been seeing 2 coyotes and a bobcat uh, about every night, and they've been killing her chickens. Yeah, cool nights, warm days. Hey, Iowa, are you still in here? Yeah, I can't really sell it though. Because technically it's out of season, so. Miss somebody. That's crazy. A lot of people think like the best meal out there is steak and a baked potato. I'm like, to me, that's like one of the easiest meals that can be made. Yeah. Last time my wife, I'll be cooking steak and stuff. She's like, "You ain't gonna cook all that tonight." And I'm like, "This is literally easy to cook. Like, literally easy to cook. I would rather cook steak and a baked potato every night than half of the other things I cook." Just it'd be nice if all the other things cost, or if steak costs as much as all the other things. Sell it next year. Are you good? I was gonna ask you, um, because I know you would know, but how long can you keep like a green fir in the freezer before you have to worry about like the hair falling out or whatever? I need breakfast and most yeah. That's another thing that I make quite often. If the flesh side isn't exposed, it might be alright. Yeah, I make a lot of cheesecake stuff, whether it's just cheesecake or cheesecake, pastry puffs like that, stuff like that. So, sopapilla, yeah. Yeah, I freeze all my fur's hair out. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm more or less like just green skin, like skin roll up and freeze. Skin. So what you're saying, Bojangles should give me a little bit of some money, is what you're saying. Yeah, you can sew your fur. A lot of people use like dental floss, or you can just get some, you know, string or thread at Walmart. It was the closest spot. Yeah. Hey Billingsley, how you doing? Yeah. Better than toxic hell. Doing good. A few things happened today that kind of made me upset, like my power washer deciding it didn't want to work no more, and my coyote and fox skull are gone. Still don't know. Still don't know if one of the animals carried it off or what happened. It don't make sense to me that the animals would have carried it off because I had the coyote, the fox, and the bobcat skull together. And the coyote fox skull's gone, but the bobcat skull's still there. So it's electric. It worked fine. I hooked it up, plugged it in, tested it. It worked fine, and then I actually went to use it and it didn't work no more. But it is what it is, I guess. It is what it is. It is what it is. I can't. Yeah. So, Scab, what is Bojangles? Is that kind of like a gas station? Oh, yeah, I flipped the breaker back and forth about 35 times. It's coming on, like the light on the breaker's coming on saying it's working, but it's not. When you squeeze the trigger, it doesn't kick on like it's supposed to. My power washer quit working. Now it's got like a breaker box on the power cord. It's got like a reset button and a test button. And I reset it like, I don't even know how many times. Bojangles Chicken and Biscuits. I ain't never heard of that in my life. I know the light's still coming on saying it's working, so. Because I hooked it all up, tested it, and it worked fine. Actually went to use it about 10 minutes later and it didn't work. So, I don't know. Fast food chain in the southeast. Yeah, a lot of the fast food places that I've always heard of that I've never tried, and I finally try them when I am wherever they are usually very, very disappointing. Like Jack in the Box, I was very disappointed with Jack in the Box. It was not good. Don't get out much. I get out quite a bit, but I don't ever go to the southeast. There ain't much over there for me. It's too far for me anyway. Say, went to quite a few states last year, but ain't none of them had anything like that I seen. One thing that got me is like when we was in Nebraska, we was looking for a Brahms, and they like there was not a single Brahms in the whole state of Nebraska. That blew my mind. Because there's one night after the convention, I was really wanting to go to Brahms, and we looked and looked and looked and looked and looked, and you never heard of Brahms. So see, Brahms is another fast food place, but they're like to me they're like king of the fast food. Has anybody in here ever been to a Brahms? You guys are talking about me not knowing Bojangles, but you don't know Brahms. Rallies, I've never ate it. I've heard of it. See, it's Brahms is spelled Braums, but it's like Brahms is like amazing. It's it's like it's like the best fast food you can think of. It's almost like the fast food is kind of like Dairy Queen, but they also have like a lot of like there's like 18 different um, ice cream choices you can get. Usually flavors are probably more than that. And they also have like a little grocery store inside it. And they have frozen yogurt, but they have like the cheapest ice cream you can get anywhere. I mean, Brahms to me is like the absolute best fast food restaurant I've ever been to in my life. And it's a lot cheaper than most of them. I always get, I think it's the number three, which is a double cheeseburger with like a pound and a half of jalapenos on it. And it's like $7 or $8 for that, a drink and fries. And then you can get like concrete, ice cream concrete, with like, well, I get frozen yogurt, but it's like frozen yogurt with all your candy in there. You can get a large for like $3.50. Where everywhere else is like $7 or $8. But Brahms is by far my favorite one to go to. Big river must be hard to cross. An Eastern thing, uh, I mean, not really an Eastern thing. It's more of like a Central, I guess you would say. I don't even know what all states are in it. I know Arkansas has them, Missouri has them, Oklahoma has them. Midwest thing, I guess. I don't know. And definitely beats like a McDonald's or Burger King or Taco Bell or anything like that. To me, those are not that great. I really like Brahms though. Jim Bob's Donuts. I don't have them all, but I have what, like 9 or 10 of them, something like that. I'm gonna have them all eventually. We have a lot of fast foods around here that are expensive. Birthday cake ice cream, man. They have a lot of ice creams. I said Brahms is like they have their own farms, so like they have their own eggs, their own milk, like all they have all their own stuff. Like Brahms has its own farm. They have their own trucking system, everything. But it's like a mini grocery store, a fast food restaurant, and an ice cream place, all in one business. Real barbecue, not that ketchup sauce crap. So we have like what is it? We have a Dickie's barbecue, Bubba Ray barbecue, Broams. Never heard of Broams. Vertically integrated. But like, yeah, everything at Brahms is a lot more affordable than anywhere else. Like their milk is usually quite a bit cheaper than Walmart and stuff like that. I think it tastes a little better. Their milk's like creamier than most, if that makes sense. When I lived in Arkansas, that's where we bought all our milk from. But then like all the ice cream that Braum sells in their grocery stores, you can buy their flavors of ice cream in tubs. But they have everything you can think of. I mean, they might have like 20 different ice creams or something. And then they have the special ones that come out, like the egg, like during the holidays, they have eggnog and stuff like that. Uh, Billingsley, most of his stuff, like his list of baits and lures, are on his Facebook. I do have quite a few of them listed on my website. Milk is $2 a gallon for whole here. Not here. Last time I got milk, it was you could buy like the off-brand milk was $3.98, and then the Highland milk was $5.40. At a barbecue place called Moore's Barbecue. Those are the yeah. See, our Bubba Ray's barbecue. It's a guy that used to play football that opened it. So I knew there was coming out this year, Jamie. Awesome. I'll definitely have to check those out, Billington. Yeah, give me a second. I was wrong. It's not Bubba Ray's. It's Billy Sims. Billy Sims Barbecue. But he played football and then started his own barbecue restaurants. And there's like a chain of them. There's like 5 or 6 of them now in the area. They're a lot like Dickie's Barbecue. If you've ever heard of those, you can get raw milk $4 a gallon. It's awesome. 3.95 for lactose free here. Yeah, we bought milk yesterday. We bought a gallon of milk yesterday. A gallon of Walmart brand whole milk was 3.95, but Highland is like 5.30 a gallon right now. Even eggs went up. I think a dozen eggs right now is like $2.20, something like that. A while back they were 76 cents a dozen. It's crazy how something can be so different price wise. Like, to me, groceries are a lot like gas. Like, it can be whatever this price is today, and then in 2 months, it can be a quarter of the price or it can be 10 times that price. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with it. But now, if you have a business yourself and you're making something and you decide to just charge an outrageous amount, they'll say, well, that's wrong. You can't do that. Yeah, 5 dozen egg pack here is $9.80 something cents. So I don't, I mean, this is probably the same guy you're talking about. I don't know what his nickname is. There's different cups. I'll see if I get any other ones. I found two more, but I think, yeah, this one's the same as this one. This is the other Billy Sims cup. If that's the same Billy Sims you're talking about. He has, I'd say there's 4 or 5 of his little barbecue joints around here. It's a glam-based food with lots of musk. Yeah. I don't have, Billingsley, I don't have all of his stuff. I have, like I said, maybe like 10 or 11 different things, something like that. I think I have like 8 different lures and 1 or 2 different baits. A straight caster and oil sac beaver lure anymore. Yeah, it's good. The problem with casters right now, the price of caster is ridiculous. I know Billingsley has a couple good beaver lures. Swamp Master. I don't think I have that one. I have, for Billingsley, I have Chips and Cypress Breaks. I'm enjoying it. Sounds good. Alright, Deer Slayer. You have a good night, man. Say, I'm definitely going to be getting a lot of Billingsley stuff here soon because there's a couple other brands. I don't know why I keep saying brands. A couple other names of baits and lures that I'm going to scale down on what I carry on there. Oh. If anybody's watching that stupid speech of Biden's, I just got a Yahoo email that said that he announced a new initiative to where if you test positive for COVID, the treatment will be free. Oh Lord. This country needs help. Makes them mad. Cypress breaks his curiosity type of that's right on order as well. Just got a notification that James asked to join Billingsley's Facebook group. My phone goes off nonstop. Yeah, I know what you. I'd get on there and accept it, but it'd probably end the video. So AutoCAD, is this the same Billy Sims you was talking about? Number 20. Awesome. So we used to have quite a few of his cups because it's kind of like Dickie's barbecue. When you go eat there with your drink, it's like $4, but you get a cup. And if you take it back next time, you can just refill your cup, and it's like $1 or something. We have a whole bunch of Dickie's barbecue cups too. We used to eat there a lot. And back when I, was a chef and made money. Yeah, Billingsley has a bunch of different baits and lures. So if you guys have Facebook, definitely get on there and you can, if you go to his Facebook group, he has a list of all his baits and lures and what the baits and lures are, like used for and what the recommendation uses are for, stuff like that. Scam. Mm, that's funny. Regular guy. Say Billingsley also has a couple DVDs that you can get. I can't remember who all carries them. I think he said Sterling Fur carries them, if I remember right. Played at Oklahoma and then the Detroit Lions. Awesome. It's awesome, Billingsley. F&T also. So I remember you saying Sterling carried them, but I couldn't remember if anybody else did. How Zuckerberg stole your family's land. Now, how did that get started? Bailey, knock it off. So you can't even hardly see it on my hand now. You can see it a little bit, but not much. It's crazy. The whole knuckle's like numb. If a woman wants to join, don't panic. Oh, I see. You're okay. Yeah, James, it is. That sucker hit me right there on the knuckle. I mean, right there on the knuckle. I said I should have went like that instead of like that. Cause I mean just full force right there on that knuckle, man. It doesn't really hurt. It looks like it hurts, but it doesn't. It never really has. Yeah, when you're talking about your landscape, I didn't know you was talking about Hawaii. I thought you was talking about like, you're like where you live. I was like, how did that happen? Yeah, the Duke 650, the fork wheel, because the Bridger was about right here. It hit these knuckles down here, and it wasn't bad at all. But that 650 still wasn't bad, but it hit that big middle knuckle right there. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It ain't too bad. Yeah, I've had a couple people tell me that. I don't have an 850. If I give me an 850, I'll do it. I don't want to, mess with one of the ones that you know, have for inventory. I might have to give me an 850 just to do that too. See, the biggest trap that I have right now is the Duke 650. Scam. If I go up to Trapper Jay's, I'll definitely do it. Me and him might have a hand in the trap party. Because for whatever reason, people like watching it. I don't know. I posted the video and like on TikTok, there was a bunch of people on TikTok were like, "You're never gonna change their minds," and uh, "You're never gonna change the anti's minds and stuff." I was like, uh, I didn't really buy it, or I didn't really do the video to change anybody's mind. Everybody kept talking about doing the night latch videos on the TikTok, so I was like, I'll do it, and then I just decided to stick my hand in them too. So whatever. Order one, just try it out. Oh, I could barely set the thing. Check with it tomorrow. Yeah. Just gonna put it out in the backyard. Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying. They're having a hard time setting it. Yeah, I tried getting Scab to do the video and putting his hand in the 850 and he wouldn't do it. Takes a bit of everything out. Yeah, I know a lot of people that set them just stand on them, stand on the levers and then set it. And there's a lot of people that still can't hardly do it that way. I know Trapper J uses his knee. Yeah. So the 850, it's definitely a big trap. You know, you don't have to run it 4 coil either. You can take the front 2 coils off of it and it'll make it easier to set. Well, no, I've kind of thought that if I get into beaver trapping, I'm probably gonna go with the TS85s. It's hard to stand on it when I'm standing on the bank. Yeah. See, that's Trapper J. When he was setting them, he was putting them up on the bank, and he was putting it like right here, and just putting his body weight into it to kind of open it, and then he was putting his knee on the loose straw to push it open. Definitely a strong trap, that's for sure. And I know like the 650s, when they come up and close, like lock, the lock of it, the lockup that it has when it closes up, sometimes it's hard to get it to open back up, like when there's a kite or something in it. And I have to stand on the 650 and jump to get that lockup to break loose so I can open it. So I can't even imagine the 850. If I might be trying it for a wolf at some point. Yeah, a lot of the first one they came out with was for wolf and cougar, and then they made the closed draw for beaver. I'm betting there's a big one that needs 4 coil. Yeah, probably. You never know. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here. Call my wife, see where she's at. It's 10:30. So again, I want to thank you guys for hopping on here tonight and chatting with me for a while. Uh, we'll be doing more lives. Not sure when. Just I guess have to watch out. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and head out. That's why you like the 650 paper, yeah. So, all right. Again, I appreciate you guys hopping on here tonight, chatting with me. I hope you guys have a good night and have a great rest of your week. I'll see you guys on the next one.